Explanation of Article 304 of the Indian Constitution. Article 304 is part of Part 13 of the Indian Constitution, which deals with trade, commerce, and intercourse within the territory of India. It provides exceptions to Article 301, which guarantees free trade across India, and allows state legislatures to impose certain restrictions on trade under specific conditions. Key provisions of Article 304. 1. Power to impose non-discriminatory taxes on imported goods, Clause A. State legislatures can impose taxes on goods imported from other states or union territories. However, the tax must be the same as the tax imposed on similar goods manufactured or produced within the state. This means that states cannot discriminate between local and imported goods by imposing higher taxes on imported goods. Example: if Punjab imposes a 5% sales tax on wheat produced within the state, it can also impose a 5% tax on wheat imported from Haryana. But Punjab cannot impose a 10% tax on Haryana's wheat while keeping its own wheat at 5%, as this would be discriminatory. 2. Power to impose reasonable restrictions on trade for public interest, Clause B. States can impose reasonable restrictions on the freedom of trade, commerce, and intercourse if required in the public interest. However, these restrictions must be justified and should not be arbitrary or excessive. Example: a state government may restrict the movement of certain goods, like liquor or harmful substances, to protect public health. A state can limit the number of transport permits for heavy trucks to prevent road damage. 3. Requirement of prior presidential approval, proviso to Clause B. Any bill or amendment that aims to impose trade restrictions under Clause B must have prior approval from the President before being introduced in the state legislature. This ensures that states do not impose unnecessary barriers that may disrupt the free flow of trade across India. Example: if Karnataka wants to pass a law restricting the sale of plastic products from other states for environmental reasons, it must first get the President's approval before introducing the law in its state legislature. Objective of Article 304. Ensures fair taxation of goods imported from other states. Prevents discrimination between local and imported goods. Allows states to regulate trade for public welfare while ensuring checks and balances. Thus, Article 304 allows states to impose taxes and reasonable restrictions on trade, but within constitutional limits to ensure fairness and national economic unity. The Constitution of India. Part 13. Trade, commerce and intercourse within the territory of India. Article 304. Restrictions on trade, commerce and intercourse among states. Notwithstanding anything in Article 301 or Article 303, the legislature of a state may by law A. Impose on goods imported from other states or the union territories any tax to which similar goods manufactured or produced in that state are subject, so, however, as not to discriminate between goods so imported and goods so manufactured or produced, and B. Impose such reasonable restrictions on the freedom of trade, commerce or intercourse with or within that state as may be required in the public interest. Provided that no bill or amendment for the purposes of Clause B shall be introduced or moved in the legislature of a state without the previous sanction of the President.